Hello! I wanted to do a video today because, well, first of all, I haven't done one in a long time. And secondly, look at my red hair. Let's be superficial, shall we? I got tired of being gray, but I have a fear of commitment. So I just did this temporary 12 shampoos Clairol hair dye today, which really means 6 shampoos. Isn't it? I love it. This is more me. I've got a fiery personality. Anyway, I have to stop washing my hair though because I do want it to last. So, I got sidetracked. What was I going to say? Oh, so I did want to try to do some channeling or something today. So I sat down in my living room and tried to get in the zone just to see if anything would happen. And totally seemingly randomly, but there is no such thing as random, New Jack City popped into my head. I recognized the name as being a film, but I had never seen the film. So, just now, I actually looked it up, and it is a 1991 movie about drug dealers. So there's that. And then, but what happened is, because I knew it was a movie, but I didn't know what it was about. So I picked up my phone, started to Google it. For some random reason, although maybe not when you hear his life story, I landed on, and I'll put a link with this on my blog, but I landed on a Rumble video about David Lee Roth's life. It's really interesting. I couldn't stop watching this documentary little thing about David Lee Roth, including the fact that besides, his sex, drugs, rock and roll life that he, had years ago, he became an official EMT and saves people from strokes and heart attacks in an ambulance. And that's fabulousness. I mean, who would have thought? But this just goes to show that people are multidimensional. Nobody knows really what anybody's truly about and what they want to do and what they find value in. So that was totally shocking. And then that led me, my mind just goes down this thing. Eric Estrada, who I had a massive crush on. I still have a crush on Eric. I was totally in love with him in 1980, but I love him now too. Eric Estrada, who played a police officer, is actually a police officer in not just one state, but 3 right now. And then that led me to actor Dean Cain, who is also a reserve police officer in, I think, Idaho. I don't know. I just ended up down this thing that hopefully will lead to something either about drugs or police enforcement or rock and roll. I don't know. But something's going to happen. So, besides the red hair. Let's see, because this is a very strange topic today. I don't know who's going to come. I don't know. But I've already been, earlier, the reason why I even thought to do this today was I met a new neighbor who, we're both from New York, both lived in California. We both actually work at the same company right now. So we got chatting, and then he did the typical thing where he goes, well, what do you say about me? And the problem is when someone does that to me, it triggers stuff. So immediately I had this flash of something that I'm not going to tell you, but I told him. And he's like, it caught him off guard. I don't think he was expecting me to actually be psychic. So, I love doing that. I love drive-bys. He's like, oh my God, that makes sense, actually. So, woohoo. Anyway, okay, so let me shut up, stop rambling, and get to work. Let's see who wants to come through having to do with sex, drugs, rock and roll, EMTs, police officers, and drug dealers. But the room is getting bright already, so there is somebody here. I'm going to practice. I haven't done this in a while. You are indeed multi-dimensional beings. Not only literally interdimensionally, but also within your own dimension. People are more than all they seem on the surface, and it is true that you do not ever know what someone else is dealing with and going through, or what their soul calling is, despite what the surface experiences and symbology and fame may bring to them. This may not be their true calling, but a way to get them to where they need to be, which is true for all of you. Everything is a path and leads you to the agenda that is your charted incarnation. Your path may seem rather this. We have to show you physically, but you will be brought into the direct alignment of your soul's purpose and incarnation's agreement with your masters and teachers and guides. Just when you feel you are off course, you will be led back, as gentle as it can be arranged from the side, but sometimes there needs to be a whack. Sometimes much needs to be taken from you in order to force you onto your alignment. We prefer to not work this way, but if you veer off a little too much, we sometimes need to remove things from your life to get you to go inside and align with your true purpose and calling and passion. It is always darkest before the dawn is somewhat fitting in this situation. Sometimes it takes losing everything to gain everything. When you accept that you are on a journey here and trust where you are led instead of fighting it, your path will be less painful. It is when you resist that you encounter troubles. Our vessel has commented before that her knuckles are bloodied from pounding on doors that would not open, while other doors open their arms with love and acceptance. It is just that her ego has not always wanted that as her goal. But it is best to trust openings as leading to your highest good and eventual fulfillment. We are the arms of Orion, to borrow also from music. All is an opening if you allow it and step aside from the persona you deem as you, when you are so much more than what you realize in most cases, although there are those who do know they are more. And they are the teachers, the yogis, the masters. The challenge in this lifetime that you are currently existing within is to pay attention to the road blocks and road signs pointing you in the right direction in the film that is extremely spiritual. Underneath the obvious is LA story where the billboards flash spiritual messages to the actors in the movie. And yes, both music and film have messages. What you notice is important for your soul because others will not notice the same things that you notice. What catches your attention is meant to. We need to pull back from our vessel at this time. She is becoming too depleted. We respect her humanity and physical vessel. Oh my God. Wow. That was a biggie. It was huge energy. Wow. Now, I mean, I know I'm out of practice and everything, so that may be part of it, but I think this was beyond that. This was big. This was big energy today. Totally caught me off guard. I was expecting, like a little bit of a message, whatever, maybe about, jump or who's hot for teacher. But, my eyes are watering now. So, okay. Since I don't want this video to be, 2 hours long, I probably need to hurry up and shut up. Anyway, on my, I'll post a blog with this video and the links to the interesting stories about, Dean Cain and my Eric Estrada. God, he had beautiful teeth. He still has beautiful teeth. And, David Lee Roth, and the things, I don't know, the stuff that led me here today to do this, besides the hair dye. So, anyway, here we go. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Play safe out there.